The Hidden Treasure, an oyster's journey. Deep beneath the ocean's rolling waves, a tiny oyster larva floated, drifting wherever the water carried it. It was too small to swim on its own, so the water waves decided its path. But the little larva knew it couldn't float forever. It needed a safe place to grow. After days of wandering, the larva finally found a hard, steady rock deep on the ocean floor. It clung tightly and settled there, knowing this would be its home. Slowly, its body changed. It grew a soft shell to protect itself. As time passed, that shell became stronger, hardening into a smooth, sturdy covering. Now the oyster was no longer a tiny floating speck. It had a place to stay, and it was growing. The little oyster learned to filter food from the water, drinking in tiny bits of plankton and nutrients to grow bigger and stronger. It stayed safe inside its shell, protected from the hungry fish and strong ocean currents. Life in sea was peaceful, but one day something unexpected happened. A tiny grain of sand slipped inside the oyster's shell. Ouch! It was rough, scratchy, and it wouldn't go away. The oyster tried to shake it off, but it was stuck. No matter what the oyster did, the grain of sand stayed inside, making it uncomfortable. At first, the little oyster felt frustrated. It didn't like this annoying intruder, but then it had an idea. If it couldn't get rid of the sand, maybe it could change the sand. So the oyster began covering the tiny grain with a smooth, silky layer, little by little. Days passed, and then weeks passed. The oyster kept on working, wrapping the grain over and over again with patience and care. Months went by, and something magical happened. The once scratchy grain of sand had transformed into something smooth and silky and a beautiful looking pearl. What had once been a problem had now become something special and rare. The little oyster had turned its hardship into treasure. It stayed in the ocean home, growing stronger each day, knowing that sometimes life brings challenges and we can't avoid them. But with patience, effort, and time, even the smallest troubles can turn into something wonderful, just like a pearl. This story teaches us that challenges may come, just like the grain of sand. But if we face them with patience and determination, we can turn them into something amazing, just like the little oyster did.